District 6, rising from the dust, won an award of excellence from the Scandinavian International Film Festival in August. Now, District 6 is remembered as a cosmopolitan neighbourhood before it was declared a whites-only area in 1966. Weaam Williams' grandfather owned a block of houses and a tailor shop in District 6. And after he returned from Mecca, his shop was burnt down, and out of the 5 houses he owned, he only got back one. Well, this film is deeply personal, and Weaam Williams joins us now from Cape Town. Weaam, thank you very much for your time this evening. Congratulations, first of all, and I think a great achievement out of a very difficult story.
Thank you, and thanks for having me on your show. Yes, it is quite a big achievement, and it has been a difficult story, and it's been a difficult journey telling the story of how our land has been expropriated without compensation, and how we have been dispossessed of, well, intergenerationally dispossessed of our inheritance. So it's been a difficult story to tell because the story of District 6 spans over many decades and has many aspects and facets to it.
It must have been quite difficult. You already alluded to that, given the fact that this is such a personal story, and having, of course, to recount exactly what happened and the pains, basically, that your father had gone through.
Well, yes, my grandfather and my mother and her siblings, both my grandparents, were forcibly removed under the Apartheid Group Areas Act, and they were a clan. So basically my mom and her parents lived in a block of houses alongside her cousins, and basically the whole clan was forcibly removed by the Group Areas Act. So I grew up listening to stories of District 6 and hearing about District 6 all of my life.
What do you think it is that may have stood out for the panel who were judging at this festival about this particular story? Because we know the issue of land is something that is a very hot topic in South Africa at the moment.
I think it may be the personal element of the documentary, that it's not a objective story, it's a subjective story, and it's told from the inside moving out. But it's also the layer and effort that we have put into the research. We really try to cover all aspects and elements of District 6. There's the artistic element, there's the historic narrative, there's the personal narrative, which is how it actually affected people. And then there's the contemporary and present day narrative of living in District 6 at the moment, and the kind of issues that we are faced with on the ground.
How does this touch personally for you, given that South Africa at this point in time is obviously debating the whole issue regarding expropriation of land without compensation?
I think when we speak about land when we speak about land expropriation, it's important to remember that our land was expropriated. And this conversation is going into an international sphere with people who don't really understand the personal narrative of the story and the historic narrative of what has taken place in this country. So the conversation around expropriation of land is incredibly broad. And I think we need to understand it from a perspective of story. I'm not a lawyer, so I cannot speak from a legal perspective. But I do feel that it's important for people to come forward and tell their story and tell about the pain.
Weaam Williams chatting to us from our Cape Town studios there. District 6, rising from the dust, won an award of excellence from the Scandinavian International Film Festival in August. Thank you very much for your time and congratulations. And certainly this has cast the spotlight on the international arena about the debate of expropriation of land without compensation here in South Africa. I think we're going to take a short break now, and Tabi Sitole will be back with your sports news straight after this.